So again, for the benefit of maximum students, so I will try to explain from the beginning. So what is transient heat conduction? The first slide we have seen. So that is nothing but so if a solid temperature change which varies along with the coordinate positions x, and also if it depends on the timing. So these kind of problems we consider them as transient heat conduction problems. One dimensional transient heat conduction problems we say them as. If you consider other two coordinates also like y and z, we consider them as three-dimensional transient heat conduction problems. So this kind of if a solid along which, so if the temperature varies with respect to one coordinate position and also with respect to timing, if the temperature changes, so those kind of problems we consider them as transient heat conduction problems. So without considering the timing, we have solved how to get the temperature distribution in the earlier problems. Now with the consideration of timing along with the coordinate positions, we are trying to solve the problems. As a simplest case, we are considering the lumped system analysis problems. Lumped system analysis problems means if a solid at any particular time also will have the uniform temperature. When is it possible for a solid to assume the uniform temperature means if the solid internal resistance, that is nothing but the conductive resistance, when compared to outside resistance by having contact with the surroundings, that is convective resistance. That means conductive resistance or internal resistance is negligible when compared to outside resistance or convective resistance. So then uniformly the solid will change the temperature at all the times also the solid will be considered to be at a uniform temperature. So this is what that means is not depending on coordinate position, so but it is depending on timing only. With respect to time, upon losing of heat or receiving of heat from the surroundings, the temperature within the solid may change. So now the change of temperature within the solid may be assumed to be change of timing only. Change of timing, those kind of problems we consider them as lumped system analysis problems. What is the meaning of lump means? At any particular time of observation, starting suppose when a solid is in contact with the surroundings for a time of 20 minutes, in the 20 minutes duration, so let us assume of your choice of time, maybe at 5th minute, what is the amount of heat it transferred from solid to surroundings or from surroundings to solid, so that we consider as one lump. The amount of heat capacity transferred, we call it as one lump. So that is what is the meaning of lumped system analysis problem. So the solution of lumped system analysis problem also we have got it. What is that we have? Solid, let us assume initially it has the mass of m, volume of v, density of initial temperature is of Ti. Some books it will be taken as T naught also. Ti, some books they are considering, T naught they are considering some books also. So suppose if it starts to be exchanged with the surrounding fluid of temperature T infinity having convective heat transfer coefficient of H. So by considering the energy balance, heat lost in the form of convection. Solid is contact with the surrounding fluid means in the form of convection, the heat will be lost. The heat lost by the solid is same as that of the decrease in internal energy. Decrease in internal energy, how do you calculate? mCp into dt by small dt. Capital T represents temperature, small t represents timing. So mCp dt by dt, that is taken left hand side, that is why. So this is how the equation is presented. Again rearranging these terminologies, all t terms taken to one side, remaining terms by keeping on the other side, and integration by performing. Ultimately the solution is obtained as ln of t minus t infinity by ti minus t infinity equal to something of this. So that is the solution for if a solid is changing temperature purely with respect to timing, and with respect to coordinates there is no change of temperature, maybe along x, maybe along y, maybe along z, there is no change of temperature. So practically which cases are considered to be such kind of problems? If a thin sheet of A4 size if you consider, so what is the volume of the thin sheet is negligible when compared to surface areas. What is the surface area for the A4 size thin sheet? So 2 times length and width, 2 times 2 into length into width is the surface area. What about the volume? As there is no thickness, volume is considered to be negligible. So that is why, so if any of these solid is having highest surface area compared to their volumes, all such problems are considered to be, so that is transient or lumped system analysis problems, one dimensional transient or lumped system analysis problems. They purely change the temperature based on the timing. They don't change the temperature with respect to any position. See here, if we have a thin sheet of that A4 size, to transfer heat from one side to other side, almost no time it will take. So that is the meaning of having solid of having highest surface area compared to their volumes. All such cases are considered to be lumped system analysis problems. For them, the solution is T minus T infinity by Ti minus T infinity equal to e power minus B into T. What is B equal to? HA by rho CV. What is H means? Surrounding heat transfer coefficient. AS is surface area, rho is density, V is volume of the solid, C is the specific heat of the solid. So what is small t here is, that is timing. So that is what is the solution. So now to understand whether the given conduction problem comes under lumped system analysis or not, one criteria we follow. That criteria is, so the Biot number is less than 0.1. Biot number is less than 0.1 means the definition of Biot number is, so that is equal to HL by K. So what is HL by K can be written as L by Ka by 1 by HA. L by Ka is nothing but internal resistance. 1 by HA is considered to be external resistance. So when Biot number is less than 0.1 means numerator value is also less than 0.1. So it means less than 0.1 means almost close to 0. So that means numerator is by becoming 0. So then Biot number also will become 0. When internal resistance is 0 means there is no resistance offered internally. That means, so for transfer of heat from one side of the solid to other side of the solid is almost 0. Within 0 time, so the entire solid will maintain at uniform temperature. That is the meaning of, so neglecting internal resistance. Otherwise the meaning of Biot number is less than 0.1. So that is what is. In this Biot number estimation, H is the convective heat transfer coefficient, surrounding convective heat transfer coefficient, K is thermal conductivity of the solid, L is the characteristic length. How do you estimate the characteristic length for various solids means? So for suppose slab of 2L thickness is there, slab of 2L thickness is there. So the characteristic length L is calculated as V by A, volume by surface area. Volume by surface area for a slab of thickness 2L equal to, this is what? So that is W into H is the, so that is surface area into 2L is thickness, that gives the volume. Then surface area means W into H, one side surface area, two side surface areas means 2 into W into H. Then L value equal to characteristic length, we call it as. That is what is the meaning of this. Characteristic length for the slab of thickness 2L equal to half of the thickness is the characteristic length. Suppose if a cylindrical rod of length L, radius of R0, what is the characteristic length? Again volume by surface area. Volume is pi R0 square L. What is the surface area for the cylindrical rod is 2 pi R0 L. So by cancelling the terms, ultimately R0 by 2 is the characteristic length. If R0 is the outside radius for the cylindrical rod, for the sphere of outside radius R0, what is the characteristic length? So what is the volume for a sphere of radius R0 equal to 4 by 3 pi R0 cube? What is the surface area means for a sphere of R0 radius equal to 4 pi R0 square. R0 by 3 is the, so characteristic length. This is how the characteristic length has to be calculated for various slabs. So that is the estimate, that is the estimation of characteristic length. So next, based on this, we are trying to solve the problems. I have considered few problems how to solve this. I will share it also to you after explaining. The same solution that we have got it may also be written as in another way. So this is also is written as ln of this is the same is also written as, so the rearranging of these terms, that is written as right side quantity is written as product of two non-dimensional numbers, that is Biot number and the Fourier number. Biot number significant just now we have seen, where the ratio between internal resistance to external resistance is known as Biot number. To treat the given conduction problem as lumped system problem, Biot number has to be estimated. If the estimated Biot number value is less than 0.1, then we say that the given conduction problem comes under lumped system analysis problems. So we will make use of this relation and get the temperature at the expected time of t, that is t of t, we will get it. So what is the significance of Fourier number that we are trying to explain? Significance of Fourier number. So again the Fourier number that is written as, so it is the non-dimensional time that is represents the, so Fourier number that represents the non-dimensional time, which is the ratio between conductive heat transfer to storage heat transfer, storage amount of heat inside the solid. So diffusive rate of heat transfer or conduction heat transfer to the storage amount of heat within the solid. That is what I have written. Fourier number F equal to alpha T by L square, where L equal to characteristic length. That is what is. I will share this PPT for any of the solid also. If Fourier number is larger, so that means, so through such of a solid, so at a faster rate heat will be conducted through. That is the meaning of the Fourier number estimation. So Fourier number estimation is, that is, if Fourier number is higher means, so at a faster rate the heat will be conducted to the solid. That is what is. Out of the storage amount of heat, how much has conducted to the solid, that is the ratio we are calling it as Fourier number. Based on this we are trying to explain the problem. You see the problem given here. Steel balls of 12 mm diameter. Steel ball means which have spherical shape. So that means spherical balls of diameter 12 mm are annealed. Annealed means for increasing the hardness of the surface, what do you do? So after heating it, they will be exposed to some cooling medium, changing the surface properties. That is what we have studied annealed. So annealed by heating to 800 degrees centigrade, then slowly cooled to 127 degrees centigrade in air of 50 degrees centigrade. So what is done here is, solid balls of 12 mm diameter is taken, then so they have heated to a temperature of 800 degrees centigrade and taken out of the furnace, then cooled to 127 degrees. Initially, so if the solid ball is at 800 degrees centigrade, after exposing to atmospheric air of 50 degrees, that has come to 127 degrees centigrade. So that means in this relation what to be used? So the heat transfer coefficient is also given. When the steel ball is exposed to a surrounding temperature of 50 degrees centigrade, heat transfer coefficient H is given 20 watt per meter square Kelvin. They are asking you to estimate what is the time taken for cooling process. What is the time taken or time required? So from where to where? From 800 to 127 degrees centigrade to drop the temperature. So suppose, so after heating the ball of diameter 12 mm initially to 800 degrees centigrade, that means in this case initial temperature T naught equal to 800 degrees centigrade. 800 degree centigrade. So then finally to what temperature the ball has to reach? The temperature 127. So the temperature after a time of T equal to 127 degrees centigrade, that is T in this. So that is the T. So what is the surrounding air temperature is 50 degrees centigrade. So this is the surrounding fluid temperature is, so here and here also, so 50 degrees centigrade. T infinity is 50 degrees centigrade, and we know, so what is the initial temperature within the ball? We know 800 degrees centigrade. After cooling to atmospheric air, so to what temperature ultimately it is reduced? The temperature is 127 degrees centigrade. So air of what temperature it is exposed is T infinity is 50 degrees centigrade. And what is H value? That also we know it H. So here, and other properties are also given for the ball. So for the considered ball, thermal conductivity is so much, and rho value is so much, and Cp value is also so much. From there we will calculate what is HA by rho Cv. What is HA by rho Cv? HA by rho Cv we will try to calculate. What is rho Cv? HA by rho Cv we are trying to calculate. We know H value, we know H value, we know rho value, we know Cp value, and what is V by A? Already characteristic length we have defined. V by A is characteristic length. For a sphere of outside diameter is 12 mm means what is the outside radius? 6 mm. So that is V by A is R0 by 3 we have seen. This and this. This V by A, in this case, V by A, what is that value is? R0 by 3. Otherwise A by V is 3 by R0. That by substituting, all those by substituting, so this is, what is the time we have got it here is T equal to 1069 seconds. That means if the spherical ball initially is heated to a temperature of 800 degrees centigrade, from there to drop the temperature to a value of 127 degrees centigrade by exposing to the air of 50 degrees centigrade, having the convective heat transfer coefficient of this much, the time taken is 1069 seconds. So for minutes, if you convert divided by 60, so they have not asked in which units we have to be presented. So that we can keep it as it is. After 1069 seconds, from 800 degrees centigrade to 127 degrees centigrade, the steel ball will drop the temperature. That is the meaning. So I hope it is understood. It will be forwarded also afterwards. Next problem, another problem we are taking. A thermocouple. Thermocouple also, we use it for measuring the temperature of some surface or some system. So thermocouple junction. So how it is, the thermocouple is made up of with the combination of two dissimilar materials. One perfect conductor and one perfect insulating material. By joining together, one junction is made up of. The one junction is made up of, by what is that? By twisting the ends of the two wires, we will get a junction. So that is the thermocouple junction, which may be approximated by a sphere. The junction, the twisting of two wires is considered to be a shape of sphere. So that is what I have considered. A thermocouple junction, which may be approximated as sphere, is to be used for measurement of temperature in a gas stream. That means using this thermocouple, they are trying to measure the gas temperature. So that in that case, the convective heat transfer coefficient between the junction surface, as already I have assumed the junction as the twisted loop of the two wires is taken to be a spherical shaped system. That is what is, when that is exposed to a gas system, where the heat transfer coefficient is of 400 watt per meter square Kelvin, and the junction physical properties are given. So after the junction is made up of, the junction has the thermal conductivity of K, this much, Cp of this much, and density of this much it has. What they are asking you to calculate, determine the junction diameter. So they are asking, after twisting the two wires, what may be the spherical shaped diameter they have got it for the thermocouple to have a time constant of 1 second. So to have the time constant of 1 second. So if the junction is at 25 degrees centigrade and is placed in a gas stream of 200 degrees centigrade, in a gas stream of 200 degrees centigrade means gas is at a temperature of 200 degrees centigrade. That means T infinity is 200 degrees centigrade. If the junction is at 25 degrees centigrade means at that initial time the junction is, so that is initial temperature within the junction is 25 degrees centigrade, and ultimately when this junction is exposed to a gas stream of 200 degrees centigrade, for that junction to reach the value of 199 degrees centigrade, what is the diameter expected for the junction? What is the diameter? So for that I have clearly mentioned, to find the diameter of the junction, which we have assumed that junction shape as sphere. So we can use the time constant. They have given the data for time constant. What is the time constant definition? Rho Cv by Ha will have the same units of time. So rho Cv by Ha. In the solution that we have given in the previous slide, so Ha by rho Cv is 1 by time constant. But whereas rho Cv by Ha is time constant. That I am trying to get it. Rho Cv by Ha for this junction is rho, I know it from this. And all by substituting for the spherical junction shape. What is the, so rho is known, Cp is known. What is the volume? What is the volume? 4 by 3 pi r cube in diameter if you convert. So that is what I have written. And what is the surface area for the spherical shape? 4 pi r square. R also by replacing with the 2d. Ultimately this we are getting. So that time constant value they have given in this problem as 1 second. Left side by equating that value as 1 second. Afterwards by substituting all the known values, the diameter is estimated as, so you just see the diameter is estimated as 0.706 millimeters. 0.706 millimeters. So that is how we will fix the diameter of the thermocouple. So thermocouple junction. Now what? So here this is possible to apply. So when this will come under what is that? Lumped heat system analysis. Lumped heat system analysis means if that system is to lumped heat system analysis is to be valid means Biot number must be equal to less than 0.1. Therefore, whether the criteria is satisfied or not in this case, we are trying to check it. So just by going through, so that is what is. So by estimating a Biot number in this case, so where the value is obtained as this much, which is nothing but less than 0.1. So that is without any doubt we can apply that by lumped heat analysis problem to solve this. So that is what we have used and solved that, and we have verified. Initially we have straight without estimating the Biot number, we have calculated the required quantity. Afterwards what we have done here is we have found out the Biot number. After verification it is found to be of less than 0.1. Therefore we say that lumped heat analysis is valid. Lumped heat analysis is valid in this case. Now what they are asking, again to reach the surface temperature to 199 degrees centigrade, what is the time taken? That means, so initially the junction is at 25 degrees centigrade, it is exposed to a fluid temperature of 200. Here and here are 200. Initial temperature of the junction is 25 degrees centigrade. To reach the temperature of 199 after a time of t, so this is already known for us. What is the time constant? We know it as. So that we are trying to get it. So B value is HA by rho CV. So that we are trying to estimate. Ultimately, so time taken to reach the surface temperature is 5.2 seconds. 5.2 seconds. So this is the another problem we have solved using the transient heat conduction. Other than this, some other kind of problems are there. Suppose if Biot number is greater than 1, these are the problems when you consider Biot number is less than 0.1 only. Suppose if the Biot number is more than 0.1, so do you mean that there are no solutions for such kind of problems? No. So for those also solutions are there, but so other kind of solutions we have to get it. When Biot number is more than, so when Biot number is more than 0.1, then how to be solved such kind of problems? So far any problems we have solved are by considering Biot number less than 0.1. In this case, Biot number is considered to be greater than 0.1. So then analytical solution. Analytical solution means the formula which we have used may not be applicable to use. Then we should go for alternative method of solving the solutions. What is that alternative method of solving the solution is? So that is chart solutions or graphical solutions. We call them as Heisler charts. These are nothing but the Heisler charts we call it as. So to get the solution for the transient conduction problems of Biot number greater than 0.1, so the Heisler, he is the person who have developed the solutions in general and presented in the graphical form or graph form. Those charts are called as graphical solutions developed by Heisler. On his name, the charts are also called as Heisler charts. These Heisler charts are valid when Biot number is greater than 0.1 and also Fourier number is greater than 0.2. For the given conduction problem, the Fourier number by estimating alpha t by L square. L is characteristic length. For a slab of thickness 2L, characteristic length is L. For a cylindrical rod of outside radius R0, what is the characteristic length? R0 by 2. For a spherical solid of outside radius R0, what is the characteristic length? R0 by 3. So earlier I have shared that. So F0 equal to alpha t by L square. L is nothing but the characteristic length. That by calculating, if you found that value as 0. Greater than 0.2, the previous method of getting the solution is not applicable. The present method has to be followed. That is using of Heisler charts. Using Heisler charts, how to get the solution, that we are trying to work it out. So that is what is the case now. If you see a slab of aluminium 10 centimeters thick. So aluminium 10 centimeters thick is originally at a temperature of 500 degrees. Initially, the temperature available with the aluminium, initial temperature is T0. So that has the thickness of 10 centimeters. Aluminum has thickness of 2L equal to 10 centimeters, and that is suddenly immersed in a liquid of 100 degrees centigrade. Fluid temperature is T infinity is 100 degrees centigrade, having the convective heat transfer coefficient of 1200 degrees centigrade. Now what they are asking, determine the temperature. Where they are asking determine the temperature? At the center line. Determine the temperature at the center line they are asking. Center line means if the slab is there, where is the center line? Exactly at the middle, at the center line. And the surface means other than the center of the slab, outer surface. So at what time they are asking? 1 minute after the immersion. After the aluminum block is immersed into a liquid of 100 degrees centigrade, after 1 minute of immersion, so then what is the temperature at the center of the slab, also at the surface level of the slab, at center level and at the surface level. That means here the position is at the center level. What is the value of L value? At the center level, what is the value of L value? That is 0 at the center. About the center to either sides of the surfaces, the thickness is equal. That means to right side also L, to left side also. If a cube of all sides of thickness 2L means about its symmetrical plane or central plane, so to any side also the thickness value equal to L and L. So that is the case. So for the aluminum, the properties are given. Alpha, that is thermal diffusivity is so much, so the density is so much, thermal conductivity is so much, and the C value is so much. So this is not only it is depending on time, it is also depending on position of the slab. That means it is also depending additionally one coordinate position, one timing also. These kind of problems to be solved, the previous kind of methods cannot be adapted here. So the chart solution must be used. So the chart solution, what they are saying here is, if you see the chart solution, so this is the chart to get it. Transient temperature, that is the temperature which depends on the timing, that is the transient temperature. So to get it, heat transfer charts for a plane wall of thickness 2L. So the thickness given is, what is the thickness they have given? Thickness of 10 centimeters. That means 2L is 10 centimeters they have given. So that is what they have given. So we assume the thickness of the slab as 2L. So initially at a temperature of Ti or T naught, so that is exposed to a convective heat conditions from all sides. So where the environment temperature, the surroundings temperature is T. So with the convective heat transfer, so thickness of 2L if the slab is, it is exposed to a medium of temperature T infinity with the convective heat transfer coefficient of T infinity. So central plane means that is at mid plane, x equal to 0. So now at the outside surface means that from x equal to 0 to at what distance the L value is considered, at a thickness of L, either to right also, either to left also. This is minus L, this is plus L. So the total thickness is 2L. So that means either at x equal to plus L or at x equal to minus L. After 1 minute time, what may be the temperature here? After 1 minute time, at the center of this plane, what is the temperature to get it? These kind of charts to be used. What is this chart is providing the information? When you know x-axis of, when you know the, so x-axis, x-axis is provided with the Fourier number, and y-axis is provided with some temperature ratio. Knowing we will take a point on the chart, the required quantity will be obtained. So now what this chart will provide?
Sir, voice double వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
Freeman.
వాయిస్ డబుల్ వాయిస్ లో వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
డబుల్ వాయిస్
అంటే మీరు అలా మాట్లాడిందే 2 times రిపీట్ అవుతుంది సార్.
Okay, maybe some overlapping of voice is there. Okay, what this chart is? When you know along x-axis Fourier number, alpha t by L square.
alpha t by L square.
Has any one of you have activated from my side? Mute properties, you can check it, I think.
Properties you can check it.
So along x-axis,
Along x-axis,
estimation of Fourier alpha t by L square.
alpha t by L square.
So, y-axis is provided with some temperature ratio.
Ratio.
T naught minus T infinity by I minus T infinity.
I minus infinity.
What is T naught means? Central line temperature after a time. T naught means central line temperature after a time. T infinity is the fluid black is exposed. T is initial temperature of the considered black. This is the fluid temperature. The black is exposed. So actually, the central line temperature is applied. So knowing the value of that is and one more parameter, that is Biot number. Biot number equal to Hl by K. Biot number means K by Hl. So knowing the value of K by Hl, by Hl, H into L. Knowing this value, so we can put a point on this graph. That by projecting to left hand side. See, knowing some value of 1 by Biot number and Fourier number, we will fix it on point. From there we will extend it to this x-axis. What is this? Y-axis saying that is the ratio representing the T naught minus T infinity by Ti minus T infinity. So knowing the value of this problem and also this value, we will try to get the ratio of this. So in this ratio also, initial temperature for the slab is known and the fluid temperature also is known. Central line temperature can be obtained. That is how we will get the central line temperature. That is what. See, alpha t by L square in this slide I have got it to make use of that chart. 1 by Biot number also I have used. That is nothing but K by Hl. Knowing this and this, by fixing a point on the central line temperature chart, I got the ratio as this much. What is that ratio as? T of 0t. This is central line temperature after a time minus T infinity divided by initial temperature minus surrounding fluid temperature equal to, which I have got it from the chart. Therefore, so what is the central line temperature after a time? T equal to 372 degrees centigrade. I have got it. Next what they are asking, so temperature on the surface of the slab. So now if you see this problem, so about the center plane, x by L ratio, one more chart we have to use. What is the chart is saying? The chart is drawn. So when you know the 1 by Biot number on x-axis, knowing the value of x by L ratio. What is this x by L ratio? This is the position of the plane. X is the position of the plane where they are asking the temperature to be found. X is the position of the surface where they are asking the temperature. So what is x value in the present problem? About the center plane. X is also equal to L. Why? Because that is the location of the surface. Already L is half of the total thickness. So that surface position is L value. L by L equal to 1. For L by L equal to 1 and 1 by Biot number, that is equal to K by HL value of so much. Again we will fix up some point on the chart. From there what do we do? So after fixing the point, knowing the value of x by L and 1 by Biot number, we will fix the point. From there by extending this to y-axis. What is this y-axis saying? T minus T infinity by T naught minus T infinity. So this is the temperature of the surface where we are getting the value. So this is the temperature after a time of t over the surface we are getting. Why? Because how do you say that this will represent the temperature over the surface? X by L already is calculated as 1. So for the surface means about the center, x is at a distance of L. L by L means 1. So therefore temperature over the surface minus fluid temperature. We know already what is the fluid temperature. So this T naught represents the central line temperature which we have got from the previous chart. This T naught is not initial temperature. This is the center plane temperature which we have got from the previous chart. So that value has to be substituted. This value has to be substituted in this case as the central line temperature. This is again the fluid temperature. So knowing everything, we can get the surface temperature after a time of t. So meanwhile, that is what is the problem I have explained. Off center plane temperature at the surface. So x by L equal to L by L equal to 1 and 1 by Biot number means K by HL. Knowing this and this, I have fixed the point on the over the second chart. So that is what is this. From there what I have got. So this is what I have got. So this is temperature of any plane other than the center. So that is what is the plane we have considered x equal to L value. So at that location I am getting that value equal to 0.88. From there I can get what is the surface temperature after a time of t equal to 339.36 degrees centigrade. Next, so what is the third chart it is explaining here is the same problem is also explaining in that of duration how much of heat has transferred from the aluminum slab to surrounding fluid of liquid of 100 degrees centigrade, how much heat has transferred. To know the energy transferred within the duration, the third chart I have to use. What is this third chart is explaining? When I know the x coordinate of this much h square alpha t by k square and the Biot number of HL by k, knowing this and this, I can fix a point on this chart. So what from there I can extend it to left hand side of y axis where that value equal to q by q maximum. Q by q maximum. What is q maximum here is, so that is when liquid also has attained the same temperature of solid, we can say that maximum temperature is transferred or maximum heat is transferred from the solid to fluid. So that value how do we calculate here is, so that is U naught by A. U naught by A means initial internal energy within the solid is calculated as rho Cv into T naught minus T infinity, that is calculated as, so that is 97.2 into 10 power 6. Then after a time of t, what is the energy transfer? That is U by U naught. From the chart we have got it. U by U naught. This is maximum heat transfer to actual heat transferred in the same duration. Q by Q naught or U by U naught are same. We have got it from the chart. Knowing the U naught value as this much. So this is a fixed formula. Rho Cv into T naught minus T infinity for unit surface area. What is the surface area for the aluminum slab means? So that is V by A. So straight away it is written as characteristic length, that is 2L. V by A means 2L. V is surface area into thickness. Surface area into thickness means surface area by surface area get cancelled. The thickness will remain there. Rho C into 2L, T naught minus T infinity. After estimation, this much we have got. Knowing the maximum energy that can be transferred. So the expected duration, what is the amount of energy transferred? We can calculate. U by U naught we know. U naught is just estimated. U can be calculated for the same unit surface area like this. So that is how the problem is solved using these chart solutions. So this is the chart tells you that central line temperature. This is the chart tells you that other than central line temperature or offline surface temperature to get it. So this is the chart we considered. So during the time, what is the amount of heat transferred from the solid to surrounding medium? So this is the third chart. We will use it. So these charts are preferably used only for slabs of having rectangular surfaces. Next we are using cylindrical surfaces. So for cylindrical surface also to get the solutions. Again, so this is a cylinder also. Initially if it is of at a temperature of Ti. Initially it is at a temperature of Ti. After exposing to a temperature of T infinity, what is the central line temperature or axis temperature after a time of T? To get it, this chart we will use it. So axis temperature after a time of T, to get it, this chart we have to use for a cylinder. To get the data, so this Fourier number has to be calculated, alpha T by R naught square, and also K by H R naught, otherwise 1 by Biot number has to be calculated. Knowing this value and this value, we will fix the point on this chart, that by projecting to left hand side of y axis, this ratio we will get it, T naught minus T infinity by Ti minus T infinity. So this is initial temperature is known for the solid cylinder. So then central line temperature or axis temperature after a time is obtained from this ratio. So that means, suppose other than the central line or axis temperature, to get the temperature for the surface or anywhere else also to get it, so this is what is again R by R naught. So ratio by getting 1 by Biot number by getting, we get the temperature ratio which is obtained on the y axis, this by knowing. So in this ratio we can get, this is the central line temperature which we have got from the previous slide, fluid temperature. This is offline temperature we can get after a time of T. So this is how we will get it. So similarly in the same duration, to get the temperature, to get the heat transferred, so between the cylindrical surface and the surrounding fluid, we must make use of the ratio of this. We must make use of the ratio of Biot number. Knowing the Biot number and this ratio, we will fix up a point. So from there we will get what is U by U naught or Q by Q maximum. Q maximum equal to rho Cv into T naught minus T naught T infinity. That by estimating Q can be calculated. Q can be calculated. So that is also. Similarly for a spherical surface also, we will try to get the things. For a spherical surface also, so knowing Fourier number value and this value, we will fix up a point on this chart. From there we will get the, for a spherical ball, central line temperature, center history after a time of T. So this is what to get it. So we will use this chart. Similarly, other than the center, anywhere else also if you want to get the temperature, so the second chart we have to use, this is R by R naught value by getting, 1 by Biot number value by getting. So this ratio we will get it. So this is the, so ratio we will get it. From there we will get offline temperature history after a time of T. So then slide is, so meanwhile what is the amount of heat transferred. So this also to get it, x-axis, so the information must be known, and Biot number information also by knowing. Based on this and this, we will fix a point. From there by extending to left hand side, we will get what is the amount of heat transferred. So this is how we will solve the problems. So hope you have understood, and we are skipping from here. Thank you. So thank you.